little bit. Good morning. Good morning. This Tuesday morning. What are we doing, Tim? Right, okay. We're on. He keeps moving the camera and I think I know where I want it. Why does my hair always look all right when I do it and then I get on here and then it looks rough again? Good morning to you all and thank you so much for joining this Tuesday morning. I'm sorry I'm 5 minutes late. I have just put Thumps down for a nap. So usually he goes down quite quickly, but today he was just in slow mode. So obviously that took a few minutes. Tim's about to put the kettle on, aren't you? Tim. Hello? Tim?
What?
Are you putting the kettle on, please?
Yeah, in a minute.
It's just waiting for my coffee from Tim. But just to let you know, I'm still waiting on my mug. And the reason being is because it arrived when we were in Butlins. And obviously there's not much I could do about that. So I came home to have these like little leaflets post in the letterbox. And it says for a redelivery, can you reschedule it? But they've left a code number, which was handwritten. And every time I put it into the system, it didn't recognize the number at all because the handwriting was horrendous, whoever the courier was. And I couldn't make out some of the digits. So basically it's timed me out and I had to wait till after the bank holiday to ring them up properly and then reschedule it. So I'm still waiting on my mug. I'm absolutely devastated, but I am going to blame not myself for going to Butlins, but the person with the bad handwriting. You'd think that if these couriers were going to do a job like this, you know, where it's that important, where you really need this reference number, they would make the writing really clear, you know. I'm not saying it has to be pretty handwriting, but just clear enough so you can make out what the digits are. I mean, I didn't know whether it was a 13 or a 9. It was that bad, or a B even. So, yeah, I'm still waiting on that. So I'm really gutted. I've got Smidge with me this morning. Smidge, say hi. Say hi, Smidge. He's not interested. He's looking at the birds out the window, but he's here with me. And anyway, the weather is really dull. It's not that great today, but we have had an amazing bank holiday. Hope that you have where you are as well. I've had a chaotic bank holiday, but before we go into all of the chaos, I'm going to do some shout outs and see who we've got. Right. I've got some comments popping up on the phone ever so often, and I've got some comments down here on my laptop, so you might see me look down here, then look up there. All right. Foxy B, hi. It is great that you've joined us, so it's great to have the mods. We've got Rosie Lee, we've got Anna Tidmarch, Wendy Kemp, Andrew Lane, Lee Davis is here, Sunny, hot in Bournemouth, jammy, Stacey Smith, John Beerworth, Tyler, my postman leaves notes saying it's left at neighbour's number that doesn't even exist, lol. They're not very precise and accurate with these things, are they? And when you really want something, it's frustrating. Amber is here, Bex, darling Sunny here too today, changeable. Yeah, Rachel Falger, hi Tim, hi Gabby, Linda Bartlett, Tim's here but he's working in the background. The Wicker Man is here, and we've got Smidge as well. Did I say Stacey Smith? I did, didn't I? Nikki Piper is here. Good morning, Gabby, Tim and Thumps. Sophie Robinson says hello. Richard, can you say hello to my fiance Tanya, who's at home with the twins working hard? Wow, that must be hard work. That must be, oh my God, I struggle with Thumps. Don't get me wrong, it's pleasurable having the child, but it is hard work. Sunny here, says Craig. So Craig is here. Stephen Dye is here. Eugene McGeever is here as well. Alison Smith, hi Gabby. Only got a few minutes while my perm is taken. Do you know what? I had a perm when I was 13, quite some time ago. I remember the perm. Doe, darling, it was a sunny bank holiday for a change. Yeah, it's nice to have a bit of sun. Keith Westwood, I'm here but only listening as I'm at work. Oh, you've been a bit naughty, Keith. But I don't blame you, but thank you all so much for tuning in. Hopefully I haven't missed anyone. HG, sorry, I think I might have missed you. I'm sorry about that. I do have to give a special shout out as well to Debs and Dave, who I met in Skegness, and the dogs. And They come to say hi to us after the live in Skegness, and they said that they watch the coffee mornings. They're not always in the chat, but they do watch the coffee mornings. So I did say that I would do a special shout out to them. So hi, and thank you for joining. Harry Bow is in the chat. Craig Cargill is having a barbecue later. Tyler says it's dull and cold here. Yeah, but the good thing is we did get some sun over the bank holiday. Whether we were working or not, we did have some sunshine. And wherever we are, if the sun is shining, it does make us feel a little bit better in ourselves, doesn't it? Chocolate 00. Good morning, Gabby. Good morning to you. Good morning, Simon Jarvis, Juliet Falger. Hay is in the chat, so Hay is the name, like it. Mandy Davis is here as well. Fabulous that you're all here. Love it. Also, I just wanted to say as well, Lee Haylett. Hi, Gabby. Good to see you. And the other day, Thumbs is getting big now. Lee, it's nice to see you on here. I've seen you on here before, Lee. Yeah, it was great to see you too. It was a shock. I was surprised. A good shock, though, of course. You know, I was walking down the not the promenade, the main strip of Butlins. I was actually just leaving, and I had my suitcase, and a gentleman that I used to work with, Lee, who's in the chat now, really, really nice guy, might I just add. I was just walking, and him and his partner and their little baby, who's only a little bit younger than Thumps, was walking towards me, and I was double taken. I was like, what? That's one of the things with Butlins, because a lot of people do like to go to Butlins. I think that it is kind of likely that you could bump into someone you know, right? Walk With Me Tim has been a louder for 6 months. Woohoo! Tim, how come you're not a super louder? Tim's only there. Like, I'm here and he's editing in the room next door. You could be a super louder. And if you was a super louder, Tim, you get to see behind the scenes footage. Yeah.
I thought I was.
You're not.
I'm on the basic
you need to
tier.
upgrade. You're on the basic tier.
No.
And I put a really nice behind the scenes up of Thumps yesterday morning. So Thumps had me up at 5:30. Well, no. Yes, he had us both. He had us both up at 5:30, but it was me that had to get up because it was Tim's turn for lying, because we take it in turns. And I just thought the day before, Tim got, oh, thanks, Tim. Whee. That's kind. Thank you. I'll go shopping with that later, Tim. Thank you. I am going shopping with my mum, so that's going to come in handy. I'll probably get us the coffees and the cakes. What was I saying now? That super chat just threw me. Yeah, 5:30. So me and Tim were woken up at 5:30. It's Tim's turn for lying. The day before, prior, he actually got up at 8:30. So he was kind of fortunate. I was 5:30. So I put a behind the scenes video up and I was like, I'm so going to film a bit here. And I was on the couch looking like death warmed up. And Bumps is like tottering around. And then he's like sat there in his chair listening to hot potato, potato. And I was just like, it's all right for some, isn't it? And then by about 8:30, Bumps crashed. I was wide awake, ready to go for the day. So you know what it's like. It's a bit of a nightmare. So yes, as well, I did want to say thank you to Ingrid and Aaron for sending this lovely pina colada candle, which they have their own little business, and they wanted to send me this. It's really cute. Look on the inside. It's got like I suppose this imitates cream and some pineapples, and it smells like you just want to eat it. So they've sent us this and put to Gabby and Tim, love both of your channels. Keep up the good work. We hope you like the pina colada candle we've sent you from our small business smelly candles. And I just want to say thank you. I don't know if I'll use it. And the reason being is because I don't want to ruin it. So
a bit closer to the camera so you can see it.
Right, sorry, yeah. Tim says get it a bit closer. So Tim is watching when he's working. Look at that. Makes you want to eat it, doesn't it? Although a pina colada is a drink. But I do want to eat it. So thank you for sending that. I love it. I will definitely use it, but I'm going to keep it like that for a while because I don't want to ruin it yet. But it's really, really lovely. What a cool little business you've got. My mum's in the chat. Yay, Mum, don't forget after coffee morning, I will be picking you up so that we can go shopping and have a coffee and a cake. Hi, Vincent. Hi, Gabby. Asked Tim if he's seen my email 6 days ago. So Vincent wants to know if you've seen his email.
I don't understand why those coloured towels are not in stock. I can't work it out. Apparently, they just don't do them anymore. Tell him sorry. The black and white ones are available though.
I don't know if you heard that or not, Vincent, but Vincent is wanting to buy some walk with me tea. Walk with me tea. Get it out. Hey, this coffee's taking a while, isn't it?
Welcome to my blog, and I asked you for a cup of tea.
Yes, I know, darling, but you know we can't let. This is a coffee morning, so we need to have coffee with this, and we can't let the team down.
Which coffee do you want?
Yeah, so Tim has got some merch on his channel, and he does beach towels and.
Which coffee do you want?
Oh, you've been to the shop, have you? See, Fiona, if you're in the chat, we've still got the Tesco's Gold that you bought me for my birthday. Yeah,
Don't like that. That's
legendary
horrible.
birthday present.
This is nicer.
And Tim's gone and got that. That's really rude to say because Fiona bought that. Don't take it personally, Fiona. That's just Tim. You know what he's like. He's honest reviews. He's not keen on Tesco's Gold coffee.
Which one do you want?
I want Tesco's Gold coffee. There you go, Fiona. Team Tesco's Gold. I actually like it though. I really do. That Azera stuff. It's like too much of a powdery coffee. And even though I don't know, prefer freeze dried really. And yeah, I like the Tesco's Gold. Tim doesn't. Tim prefers the other one. But whatever I like, I can guarantee Tim will like the opposite. If I said the sky is blue, Tim will say, no, it's not, it's green. If I said the grass is green, Tim will say, no, it's not, it's blue. So yeah. He doesn't talk quite like that, but you know what I'm saying. I'm trying to get the picture. Pauline Grigg, Tim has good taste, lovely coffee.
Wait.
Yeah, but Tesco's Gold is good too. You can't beat it.
No, it's not. It's awful.
Foxy B said, bit rude that. Because Fiona bought the Tesco's Gold.
It's nothing against Fiona. It's just the Tesco Gold coffee rubbish.
Graham says you two should be married. The next Ant and Deck right here. We are married. We are married. Didn't you know that? We've been married for
Too long.
We've done 10 years. We did 10 years in May. Here's the anniversary card. Did I ever show you the anniversary card? For my wife. So obviously, because I'm waiting for my mug, this is what I've got at the moment, Keep Calm and Flying, which was brought to me by a friend at the Phoenix swimming pool in Bradwell. I used to work at a swimming pool on a reception desk. And I had a very nice friend there, Julie, and she bought me it when I was leaving because I used to always moan about flying, but I used to do it all the time. So I was a bit of a hypocrite, but it's true. I was scared of flying, but I always take my challenges head on. So no, this is my anniversary card from my husband. He left the price on the back, which is typical bloke thing, isn't it? Leaving the price on, or if they've paid more than like £1.50, guaranteed to leave the price tag on it so that you know they paid a little bit more for your card. Anyway, it's quite a nice card actually, and we were celebrating our 10th year. It says, for my wife on our anniversary, the most amazing woman I know. Well, today I'm reminded of my happiest day, the day we both said I do. Since then, our years together have shown me so much of your kindness, your support, and the way your strength keeps our family together, with you at the heart of it. I thought there was going to be a rhyme there, but there wasn't. But hey ho. You're nothing short of incredible. See, this is why my card's still up after a month, because, it always makes me feel a little bit better to read this. Always finding new ways to show your love. And then with a pen that's run out, he's put 10 years. And that's what makes our marriage so heartfelt and happy. For everything you are and everything you do, I feel so lucky to have you. There we go, something rhymed. Happy anniversary. To my darling Gabby, I'm nothing without you. I love you more than words can say. Love, Tim. That's nice though, isn't it? So I've still kept mine up. I don't know what Tim's done with this though. But mine was quite nice as well. James, thank you so much. From me and a top mate, Andy Mullaney. He better shout me a beer when I come over. Lol. Cheers, Gabby. James, do you know Andy, or have you met Andy through the chat? Thank you so much. That is so nice. Andy, Obviously Andy's at work this morning because he only gets weekends off, I believe. He's a mod as well. For all of you that was wondering who Andy is. And yeah, Andy, you'll be watching this on catch up, I'm sure. So I'm going to give you a shout out and thank you so much for that. I really appreciate the support. It means a lot. Also, I do know that Barry who's usually in the chat, isn't with us this morning as well. And the reason for that is because he's off doing a bit of charity work, which is amazing. So well done to you, Barry. Much appreciated. I think that is absolutely amazing. Lee Davis, how long were you together before you got married? Not long, 2 years. I knew straight away when I met him that he was, this is going to sound really cheesy, and you're probably not going to hear this on a coffee morning because you probably all just woke up and you're like, oh, come on, you know, because sloppiness is for when you've had a drink, isn't it? But anyway, I'll tell you anyway, I'll fill you in. Me and Tim got together, and after 2 weeks of dating, I got his name tattooed on my foot. And Tim was like, oh, it's a transfer. And I was like, no, it's not, it's real. Because I was so certain. I've never done that with anybody else I've like gone on dates with and stuff. And after I had his name tattooed on my foot, we were inseparable, and he either stayed at mine or I stayed at his, and we've been inseparable ever since. I think when you know, you know. And
you haven't actually used the words, he was the one.
Well, just because I haven't used the exact word don't mean I don't mean it. He was the one, yeah, he is, you know. And it is like, funnily enough, when you do find the one, you realise that people you were with in the past who you thought, you know, there was this love connection, you realise that actually that might have been just lust or something like that. It does make you realise, because obviously my version of love is the whole package. You know, you go through everything together, you know, you can't be without them. Like, they drive you crazy, but you can't love them enough, and you care about them and you panic about them, but you fancy them and want to embrace them, and like you can't stop thinking about them, and your whole world is when something happens in your life, it's like, I've got to tell Tim, you know, it's straight away, if something happens, I've got to tell Tim. And you know, he's your best friend, or if someone's been mean to you, you go crying to Tim, or you know, something like that. So when me and Tim have an argument, I ain't got no one to cry to, because Tim's who I cry to. So it's a bit, you know, that, you know, they're your whole world. They're your whole world. You argue with them and you go through the roller coaster emotions with them. So yeah, that's when you kind of know, and you know. But yeah, we were married after 2 years. So we were, what, 2 years, weren't we? Been getting engaged after a year, and then we were married within that year, or just over a year, something like that. So now, all in all, we've done 13 years, 10th of June. So yeah, 13 years we'll have been together. So it was quite quick, actually. You know, we weren't one of these people that had a long engagement, because we were quite certain about one another. And I'd say far we've done all right. He drives me crazy, but I wouldn't be without him. But that's marriage for you. That is marriage. And when you are with someone 24/7, and bear in mind, when Tim's not away, we are together, even though we're working at home, or, you know, we've got the baby, we were always together. And, you know, if people think that you're not going to argue, or you're not going to have your ups and downs, they're like deluded, because of course you are. You know, you get ratty with each other, you get tired, you know, and, you know, their ways drive you crazy, or your ways drive them crazy, because it's not their way. You know, that is just life. Is Tim a crier? No? Well, yeah, well, if Tim cries, then I know it's bad, because what?
Shared a bit too much information there.
Well, someone asked, and I'm just being straight. He's not really. He's quite strong when it comes to emotions and stuff. Whereas I'm the crier. I'm the crier in the relationship, and but so when Tim does cry, I know it's bad. Tyler says, I'm 26. I've never dated, been in a relationship, but hopefully there's. Hang on, that just faded. Let me just grab that. Where are we? Where is it? Hopefully there's still a chance for me to find a man yet. Ha ha. But you know what? I didn't marry Tim till I was 31. So when I was 26, I hadn't found Tim. So, you know, there's it doesn't always come early on in life. Some people, like my nan and granddad, or even Holly and Ryan, I suppose, find each other quite early in life. And then like there are other people that don't find their soulmate until really, really, really late in life, you know, and some people don't find them at all. But, you know, you're 26 is so young. I mean, don't write yourself off. Just like enjoy your life. Don't even concentrate on that sort of thing yet. I wouldn't. I'd just be embracing my nights out and having a few beverages and going down the town. Craig Cargill, thank you. You've gifted a membership. I know you've gifted one. I was too busy rambling. I need to go back to the previous one, see who got it. So thank you, James. James has gifted a membership, and Fun Things to Do with Tech Sparky has received it. So congratulations to you, and thank you for donating that, Craig. And he's also done another one, which Rosie Lee has managed to nab as well. So congratulations to you, and thank you to Craig as well. So what is everybody up to this week, and what have you been up to this bank holiday? Let's find out. While I'm waiting for your comments to come through, my weekend consisted of 4 gigs in a row. Wow. And my voice is still operating at a high projection. I'm probably still shouting as well, because I shout when I talk. Oh no, I've got to stop doing that, but it is me, it's where I am. And yeah, 4 gigs in a row. So I started off in California Scrapby. I don't know, probably some of you are not really familiar with these places, but California Scrapby, I sang on the Friday, and that was amazing. Saturday, I was literally next door at a place called the Beachcomber, so that was fortunate. And then on Sunday, I was at a new venue in Alton Broad, which was amazing, called Broadview Wine Bar, and I've never sang there before, and I absolutely loved it. I mean, I love all my gigs anyway, but what a really lovely venue to sing in. I was fortunate enough to sing on a stage that had a window going all down the side of the bar, and obviously the bar and the crowd and that were directly in front of me, like almost like weren't quite wide, it was pretty direct, like straight on, and to the side the sun was going down and I could see the whole of the river, and oh, it just looked amazing. So I was like really, really buzzing there, and the crowd was amazing, so that was good. And then last night I was at Coast Bar and Restaurant, which is in Corton Hopton, and that was good as well. That was a early afternoon gig, hence why I had to change the times of my coffee morning. Mum says, I'll be doing about 3 hours around Primark, I think. No, I'm not going to go crazy in Primark today, Mum. Rebecca J says, power washing the house. Stacey Smith says, we had a barbecue on Sunday. Oh, I bet that was nice. Haven't had a barbecue this year yet. Hang on, let me go back. I'm just going back on your chat. So Lee Davis says, decorating my flat. Betsy Lovely says, I'm getting over COVID, so I've done absolutely nothing. Oh, I feel you. Sending lots of love, Betsy. Linda Bartlett said, spending time with my daughter who is doing her GCSEs. We had a nice time down the seafront, and she got to sing a couple of songs at one of the pub's restaurants. So I bet that was lovely, Linda. Wow. Good luck in her GCSEs as well. That is a stressful time. Sophie says, my son wants to go to the farm, but my boyfriend can't get a day off this week, so I'm nervous to go alone with 2 kids, but I think I'll be brave and go for it. I think that you just got to, haven't you? But I know what you mean though, because I always find that I love my time with Fumps and I love my time with Holly. But if I ever went to, like, I don't know, a day out somewhere, it was always nice to have some adult company with you as well, because it's great watching your kids and them having a great time, but you can't have a proper conversation with your kids, because obviously your levels are different, and it is nice to have that bit of adult company at the same time. So I do get you. But I would, if I was you, Sophie, and the kids want to go, I would just, you've got your phone, so you've got your social media if you need it. I would just like go there and just be like, I'm just going to embrace watching the kids have fun, take lots of lovely pictures, and grab yourself a coffee, and try and just hold on to that and try and forget that adult company should even happen. It's hard with 2 kids though. I bet like they're all running around crazy, and you've got to, I don't know if you need your social media actually. Forget that. You won't have time for that. I'm sure of it. Ali McNally is in the chat. Hi to you. Thanks to do with Tech Sparky. Sparky says, helping the family and getting my radio show sorted for Friday. It's a crazy week as we got funnel but we get to take care of the dog. We got funnel. I don't get it. Is that like or is that like a typo as we get to take care of the dog? Well, whatever you're doing with the dog, have fun. Gabby, have you ever been to Barrow in Furness? If not, please could you ask Tim the same. He's not been to Barrow in Furness, I don't think. That might be one that we have to go to. We'll give it a try. Michael Bethway, I played games of pool in back. Okay, cool. Well done. Well, it's good that you've been playing pool. Lovely. Are you good at it, Michael? That's the main thing. Funeral auto, type in Google. Oh, right. I'm with you now. Funeral. Fair enough. Well, sending you lots of love for that as well from me. Louise Haran says, go to Blackpool on Monday with my child, then London on the weekend in the same week. I've got to do this all on my own. Oh, wow, Louise. Well done. Big up to you. Did you just sneeze, Bumps? Not Bumps, Smidge. Smidge just sneezed. I always worry when he sneezes because I think he's going to have a fur ball and that always scares me. Just quickly touching upon my last vlog, Butlins. So when I was filming Butlins, we obviously my last live was on the way down to Butlins, and when I was at Butlins, a few of you might have noticed, majority of you are on Tim's channel anyway. If you're not on Tim's channel, do subscribe to Tim because it's a great channel, but a majority of you already are because I think a lot of you come to me from Tim, to be honest. But we did a live in Skegness and I just wanted to just point a couple of things out because when we was doing the live, our friend surprised us, didn't she, Rachel, and she come to join us. But when I started the live, everything was all fine. Then Rachel come and it got hectic because Rachel was talking and we were all having conversations in the background, and then it got a little bit crazy. Then Rach decided to like come and join us and walk with us, and a lot of people weren't expecting it, and so on and so forth. And from my take on things, there were a few trolls, I suppose, or not so friendly people in the chat, and I did kind of persevere a little bit, you know, and then there was like a part of me that kind of blew my fuse a little bit in the nicest possible way that I can say it, because I did want to, that I was going to refrain, and then I thought, no, I am going to say something. The reason, if anyone saw it or felt uncomfortable by my reaction or anything like that, I did sort of say, like, can people pack it in, because you know, it's not on, because Rachel, who'll be watching today as well, who doesn't always comment in the chat because Rachel struggles to put her words down together in this, which is fair enough. Rachel, the same as me and everybody else who suffered on some sort of level, suffers a little bit with mental health issues, which is absolutely okay to say. It's normal. Everybody has it in some sort of way. But there were some comments, whether people like the fact that company come and joined us. Some people might be like, oh, I weren't really expecting this. I kind of wanted Tim on his own, or I wanted Gabby and Tim on their own. So this is not really what we wanted. So therefore we're going to be a little bit mean. A lot of people, okay, it's not always what everybody wants. That's understandable. But the fact of the matter is, Rachel did come along and it is what it is. But even if people were not keen on it, I felt like the negative feedback kind of needed to be I'm trying to like say this in the most polite way, refrained from saying, if you know what I mean. So to me, I think some of the comments were really below the belt. It's not, don't get me wrong, nobody on here right now said anything, so it's nothing that any of you guys have said. It was other people who we don't usually have in the chat at all. but I just want to sort of let you know where I'm coming from. And I just thought that some of the comments were damn right cruel, and I just had to say my piece because I wanted to let people know that we don't actually condone bullying or mean comments at all on the channel. I mean, that is why we have the moderators. We have the moderators because they try to filter out any nastiness that comes through, because it's a fun, both our channels are fun channels, and we're promoting communities to chat to each other, have fun and get to know each other. And you get people on loads of different spectrums. You get people that do struggle with mental health. I've got mental health issues myself. And then you get people that probably don't suffer at all that come and join us. You know, you get a mixture, and everybody's accepted, and we enjoy everybody's company. And me and Tim have enjoyed getting to know each and every single one of you. And like I said, it's not anybody that's in our chat anyway. And I just wanted to make it quite clear that it's not on, because we don't, this is not the platform for it. You know, if people do want to be mean and need to get their views out there, go to Twitter, because that's the place where the nasty comments take place, but not directly on Tim's channel and not directly on mine. So I did say my bit, which, because I said my bit, might have made people a bit surprised or a bit uncomfortable that I did kind of blow my fuse a little bit. But I just want people to know that it's got nothing to do with anybody that was in here. It was directed at the people that came and joined that night that had nasty things to say. And I was just trying to make a good point that we don't do it. So anyway, so instead of me rambling on, you do get where I'm coming from, right? Sometimes people have got to keep their nasty comments to themselves, basically, and that's the way forward. Graham, you always get them. You're right to speak out. Well done, Gabby for Prime Minister. I've always said that I would make a great Prime Minister, but no one's ever took me seriously enough. Ju, I've been feeling very low lately because of people ignoring me and falling out with me. The thing is, I think it's other people's loss. Do you know what I mean? Like, you do get it throughout life. I mean, Holly went through a phase like at school where she'd have a lot of mean girls and stuff like that. And I did say to Holly, like, when you come out of school is so bitchy. It's almost like, I just don't think that bitchiness and bullying and stuff is controlled enough at school, personally. And I think that Holly had not a great time. I had a terrible time at school. So, I think it is a place where kids probably fear a lot going to school. And I did say to her, like, when you come out of school, college is a different program, because you've got people that are a little bit more mature. People are actually doing subjects that they're interested in, so they're knuckling down a little bit more. They're not dragged there and having to do it and stuff like that. So you're going to feel like so much better. And she went into college and she met a whole lot of different friends, and and there are times when things do happen. But I did say to Holly as well, no matter what you do in life, you are going to get it. Like, in the workforce, there's always that person in there who's just really just loves a good old moment of just being bitchy. You know what I mean? There's always going to be someone like that there. Or there's always going to be someone who is obviously not totally pleased with their lives. They have to cause trouble somewhere else. You will get it, but it's how you deal with it at the end of the day. And I'm one of these people that, well, I'm sensitive. So there are moments where I can be really strong and just brush things off. And I think I do a lot of the time. And there are other moments where it just gets you at a vulnerable moment and it breaks you a little bit and you snap, But anyway, I spoke up because I was just speaking for the majority, to be honest. This coffee is really good. Tesco Gold all the way. And it did much. Always be kind. You never know what someone could be going through. Well, this is the thing, isn't it, Anna? And Rachel, who was on the chat, she's a lovely, lovely person. And her intention was, like, she enjoys watching Tim. I want to come and meet you and I want to join you. I just think some people, the comments were pretty vile, to be fair, the ones that I managed to capture. They got deleted, I think, anyway, in the end, but I weren't impressed. James Robertson, welcome to Louders. Oh, James, way. James, I thought you was a Louder. or I thought you was. That Foxy B, that's awful, Marge, as well. Bless you. Yeah, it's so bad. Hay says, how do I become a moderator? Hey, I've never seen you. Hay is the name. I've never seen you on here before. Have you changed your name from something else? Because this is the first time I've actually seen you. Diane Price says, morning, Gabby. Soz I'm late joining in. I've just been to work. Sometimes people are horrible, but I think you're amazing, and be kind to each other as life is too short. Big hugs. Absolutely well said. Not about me, I mean about life is too short. Rosie Lee, I work with some mean people and tell them so. Well done for you for speaking up. Someone's got to speak up, haven't they? That is the thing. If we all sort of like sit on the fence and don't actually speak up, it's just going to go on and on and on and on, because nobody is actually tackling these problem people, are they? So that's why it's kind of like, just crack on and just tell them straight. But only tell people straight if it's necessary. Like, you don't, if you're going to be mean to someone and it's going to hurt that person's feelings, don't say it. Just shut up and just keep your opinions to yourself. You know, like, have a think, like, oh, I'm going to go and say something to someone, but is it going to hurt that person's feelings? Probably. So therefore, I'll keep that to myself and just shut up about it. But if there's someone bullying someone, oh, that person needs to be tackled for sure. And we need more people tackling that, because once someone bullies and starts, other people that want to bully realise someone else has done it, so they can jump on the bandwagon. And that's why you get these groupies at school, because they follow suit and they want to keep up with, you know, keeping the cool kids gang. So we don't want to be bullies, but we're going to jump on board so we can stick with the cool people, because we don't want the cool people to think that, you know, we're on the other side. And it's terrible, really. It's like a brainwashing thing. Awful, absolutely awful. I think there are some cruel situations in life, but I think as long as we've got my coffee morning and we've all got each other and we're sticking together, everything's going to be just fine. I think so. Thanks to do with Tech and Sparky. I'm a carer, and I give everyone respect to all in chat till they go too far. Exactly. That's what it is about, isn't it? You can, and there's a fine line as well between banter and bullying, and I think a lot of people say that. Now, I can have a bit of a laugh about someone or something, but it's in a banter kind of way. Like, people will have a bit of banter about me and go, oh, Gabby, you had enough coffee today, or Gabby, what's that, a spot on your chin that's come up? Do you know what I mean? Or just as an example, or Gabby, are your roots coming through? Or little things like that. There's banter, and then there's a difference between like bullying, where it's like nasty digs. In fact, a perfect like example is there's a guy that keeps coming up on my singing page. I don't know, some of you might have actually seen it in the comments. If you follow my singing page, follow it anyway if you haven't done so already. It's Gabby Starbuck Vocalist Entertainer on Facebook. And under some of the comments, ever so often I get, I'm gonna troll him out a little bit now. The guy is called Dave Middleton, which I'm pretty sure that's not a person. It's a make-believe account. Because if you was to go on the profile, you see a picture of a car, and then another profile picture is a car. There's nothing on the profile. I don't think this person's even got any friends or anything. And there's also a profile picture that used to be of an old reverend or something, and it's like, I don't think someone like that would be a bully. So anyway, it's definitely a fake profile. And ever so often this Dave Middleton will put some nasty comments about my singing. Like, we'll just say things like I can't even like pinpoint. Anyway, I didn't block him because I was actually interested to see how far it'd go, really. And he'd put things like this is a pub singer, laughing faces, and just generally just digging and bullying, really, I suppose. And every time I got a comment from him, I was laughing, and I was like, oh, that's that Dave again, because nobody really puts anything nasty on my singing page, but this one person does. And he put something yesterday and said something about me being a pub singer. And yeah, I am a pub singer, but I'm also a Holly Park singer, and I've also done cabaret, you know. And I'd love to see Dave Middleton do my job, because it ain't easy. And anyway, he put a dig and laughing faces and stuff. And I'd woke up at 5:30 in the morning and I thought, I'm going to just say something back, you know, and then I'll probably just get rid of him. But he's not really bothered me that much, but I just keep an eye on him. And he said, he or she, whoever it is behind the profile, I sent a message back saying, well, considering I'm just a pub singer, you do keep coming back to my account for some reason. You know, like if I'm such a rubbish pub singer, why are you visiting my account and commenting? Just don't visit it. You know, I don't go and visit accounts that don't interest me. So why are you coming to mine if I'm such a useless pub singer? And he then came back at me a little bit more on the vicious side and said, don't flatter yourself, love. You keep popping up and I just can't resist. And I thought, well, there's a few things wrong with that comment. First one is you can't resist what? Being mean. You just can't resist it. Then there's definitely something wrong with you, because you shouldn't be mean to people. Like, even if you think what they do is not your cup of tea, don't say anything at all. And then the second thing was, I just keep popping up. Where? In your algorithm? If I'm popping up in your algorithm, that's because you've got some sort of connection to the pub singer, right? Or I wouldn't pop up in your algorithm. Or even so, if I'm annoying you so much, block me. So I did send him a message back saying, well, I'm pretty sure that I don't keep popping up because he keeps visiting. We all know that because it's a troll. And I said, so why don't you either block me or, you know, do yourself a favour and do me a favour. Anyway, I think the comments are still on there if you want to go and check it out. It's absolutely fine. And he sent a message back saying, I'm only messing. I'm not really a troll. I thought, I never said you was a troll. But he obviously clearly thinks that he's coming across as a troll. So why is he doing it? So anyway, I don't usually get it, to be honest, but it's just this one person. And ever so often I will get some private messages that can be vicious, but I don't really get anything that's clear under the comments that say things. I only get this one person called Dave Middleton, who's not actually called Dave Middleton personally. But yeah, I just thought I'd troll him out, to be honest. Craig, thank you so much. Sing Simply the Best at your next gig in memory of Tina Turner. Craig, I did it. So this is what I was going to tell you, actually. So Tina Turner, God rest her soul, I absolutely love the woman. She's absolutely incredible, right? Right. If you love Tina Turner, put a thumbs up in the comments now. Give me a thumbs up. Let's see who's a Tina Turner fan. And while I see these thumbs, I'm going to quickly have a swig of my coffee, because usually I talk so much I can't drink the coffee. Let's see the thumbs. Come on. This is either really slow or here they come. Here they come. Diane Price, Mandy Davis, Craig Cargill, Stacey Smith, Ali McNally, Doe, Petra, Amber, Wendy, Jew Olser, the Foxy Bee, Hey, Sophie Robinson, Becky. See, oh, look at all this love for Tina Turner. Graham, Linda Bartlett, Keith Westwood, Janet Skilbeck, American Robinson. It's all coming. Sean Atkin, Pauline Grigg, Anna Tidmarch. Wow, I'm loving the thumbs. Oh, well done. Fun things to do with Tech Spark. He did a radio show for Tina Turner. Insane. Rachel, Katie, Teresa, ITV1 HD. Wow, amazing. Matthew, Steve. Well, that was a round of applause. That was Steve. Mandy Davis again. Wow. Oh, I love it. So we all love her, don't we, right? She is smashing, right? Oh, I'm loving it. You need to read her book and see her film. Pauline, I've seen the film. It broke me. It absolutely broke me. So, obviously, I am a massive Tina Turner fan, as a lot of you all love Tina Turner. I sing quite a few of her songs, actually. Probably do about, I think I've got like 5 Tina Turner songs that I do. Her voice is insane, and it was insane since she was a little girl. Like, the power behind it is incredible. But she has got to be one of the strongest women I have ever known of, because what she went through with her partner, it's unreal. And the best bit about her is she came out on top shining like a star. Like, she was a star anyway, but she just really owned him in so many ways. She was just really strong and such an amazing woman. So yeah, it was really, really sad to hear about Tina Turner, and I have so much respect for her. Because you know, she went through a bad breakup. I mean, a few of us can relate to bad breakups, but hers was really insane, wasn't it, what she went through? But it didn't beat her. And most people, that would sort of affect them for the rest of their lives, but she just kind of took that and grew from it. And yeah, she's just absolutely amazing. So big up to her. So because I'm a massive Tina Turner fan, I decided that I was gonna, because I'd got 4 gigs in a row, I was gonna do a tribute to Tina Turner each for each gig. So when my second set started, I started off with Proud Mary, which is a fantastic song to start with because it's got that slowness at the beginning. So it's really good to sort of reel people back in after the break. I really love that. And then afterwards, I followed with Simply the Best, for a woman who was simply the best. And when we were singing in the evenings, I got people with their torches out on their phones. I did capture a small part of the footage and put it up on my singing page, but I was so angry with myself because I was on the stage and my phone was just off the stage on a table, and it was a fairly big stage at Club Oasis, really. And once I got everyone doing it, I thought, oh, my dad's not with me, and usually my dad will capture some footage, and I thought, I've got no one to capture this, I've got to do it myself. So I went and grabbed my phone, and as I started filming, it was really hazy. And you know what Tim's always saying to me? He's always saying, clean your lens. Not in that voice, but, you know, he's always nagging about cleaning your lens. And he's absolutely right. And I was like, oh, I've got a microphone in my hand, I can't clean my lens. So I've got my phone down, but I don't want to miss the moment. And I'm rubbing it like this, and I'm really trying to like get my phone sorted, and then I'm holding it back up again, and it's still really streamy, and then I'm rubbing it again, and I must have had to rub it 5 times, and it was just still streamy. So the best part of it I actually missed on camera, but I did manage to catch some, but it is a little bit hazy because my camera just would not clean. I was rubbing it, but it's probably because I was wearing sequins that night, and sequins aren't the best for cleaning cameras, are they? So yeah, I struggled to do that on my own, but I managed to capture some of it. So I do apologise if any of you have seen it and it has come across like quite misty or hazy, but that is the reason behind it. But at the same time, I couldn't not upload it to Facebook because it was just such a treasured moment. And then I did the same in the Beachcomber. I've got some footage of that, so I am going to put that up. I'll probably put that up today, actually. Or what I might do is amalgamate the whole 4 parts that I did over the 4 days, and then you can see a little bit, because the 2 dates to follow, we couldn't really do torches because they were in light rooms, because they were like late afternoon gigs. So, well, the last one wasn't late afternoon, it was an early afternoon, but anyway, it was light, so we couldn't get the torches out. But what we did do is we did wave hands in the air. And the love in the room, though, for Tina Turner, it was really like quite choking, you know, like it was just a really lovely moment, and I was buzzing. And then when I came home, I was telling Tim about it, and I was like, wow, what a moment. But if you want to hear something spooky, right, I don't really believe in ghosts and things like that. I'm always like, well, Tim believes in ghosts. I don't. I used to when I was younger, but now I'm older, I don't. And I don't know. I'd like to believe there's something, but I just don't think that there. I don't know. So I don't really believe in ghosts. Ghosts and things like that don't really scare me. So but I do believe in weird things that happen. So whether it's like different realms, or I don't know, something unusual that's beyond that we don't know about, I don't know. But ironic things do happen. And when I go and have a gig, I'm not gonna lie, I do like to have a glass of red wine. Right, so I'm a human being. I like a glass of red wine. That is my go-to drink, and I only ever have one because I can only ever have one. So I have 1 glass of red wine, and to be fair, I think I'd had like 2 sips out of this red wine, and my glass was on a table away from the stage behind the DJ box, and it had been there for the whole of Proud Mary. So the whole of Proud Mary song, it sat there and it was fine. And then when I sang Simply the Best and I got all our arms in the air, the glass, which is really weird, flew off the table, And what was weird is it went in that direction, but the red wine in the glass went up on the wall on the other side. And I was like, well, how if the glass fell that way, did the red wine splatter up that way? Especially when the table was quite wide. I was like, that's weird. So the glass fell off and smashed. And then someone else who works behind the bar that night said at the same time when it happened, they felt like chills go down their arms. And I thought, wow, that's really weird. But I don't really believe in things like that. So when I came home, because Tim used to work in that venue many moons ago, I said to Tim, is Club Oasis, well, actually, I probably shouldn't have named the venue, should I then? I just said, is it haunted? Because something strange happened in there when we were like getting the torches out and that. Because obviously it was a moving moment anyway, but then a couple of weird things happened. So he went, yeah, that is haunted in there. And he said that another compere that worked there apparently saw a woman or something backstage. So he said it is haunted. So I don't know, just a very weird moment. I don't believe in ghosts, but it was a very peculiar moment. That's all I will say. So maybe Tina was there. I don't know. Or just maybe someone up there or around that moment was just feeling the love. I don't know. Or just wanted to steal my wine. I don't know. Thank you, James. Buy Thumps a little present. I call him Chuckles. Have a top day. Oh, thank you, James. I love it. Well, we're going to Norwich with Thumps, actually. We're going for a little bit of a shop today, me and my mum and Thumps. So I will treat him. Thank you so, so much. Yeah, in fact, he could do with an extra toy, to be honest with you, because he's got quite a few toys, but I think he's played with them all now. So it'd be nice if he had something fresh. So I will do. Thank you. That's really, really kind. Graham, Gabby, you're simply the best. Well, I wish, but thank you. Wendy says, as Tim would say, spooky. Rosie Lee says, I believe in ghosts. Had many experiences that I can't explain. Well, I haven't had many. I've had a couple of experiences, but I don't know. Like until I think for me, seeing is believing. But we'll see. We will see. The weirdest experience, I would say, is, well, not experience, but one of the things I've seen that I think is really uncanny is that clip in Tim's video where he went to that haunted place. Was it Wales? And there was a woman dressed in black in the reflection in the door. Now, that is something we saw before Tim even saw it. So we were like, yeah, that was probably the weirdest thing I've ever seen in my life. That could probably be the closest I've seen to what I think might be a ghost. I don't know. Rosie, I'm still getting over the picture falling on Tim's live with you. Yeah, well, this is the thing. Weird things do happen, don't they? It's really, really weird. Anyway, so going back to the Butlins vlog as well. So obviously that's what happened with the live. I uploaded the Butlins vlog, which was quite recently. What was it? When did I get Friday? I think I uploaded that, didn't I? And I honestly said to Tim when I was doing it, I said I want to get this vlog up quite quickly because Gibraltar's done quite well, and I feel like everyone's sort of ready for another vlog, and I want to get this up. Otherwise, it's going to be a while because of the bank holiday and the gigs and stuff like that. So I need to get this up fast. I'm going to get it up Friday. So I put it up, and I said to him, I don't know how anyone's going to want to watch us like tittering around in Butlins. You know, I can understand watching Tim's, but I didn't think many people would be interested in my version of it. And lo and behold, it has been probably the best vlog I've put up for reactions. It is probably performing the best. I think at the moment it's on like 8.1, I think it is, something like that. I think it was 8.1 when I last checked, and it just flew, and I was just like, oh my god, people love Butlins. Honestly, I was absolutely buzzing. I can't believe it. Anyway, it's performed so well, and I just want to thank you all for actually watching that, commenting and enjoying it. You know, that means a lot to me. It means a lot to me that you all enjoy my vlogs anyway, but yeah, that one is really nice. The next vlog that's going to go up for you all to know is I did vlog the bank holiday weekend, which was again one of me going out gigging and working. So you probably will capture a bit of like some of these Tina Turner moments actually in the next vlog to come, because I was like, okay, I'm not going to be able to beat Butlins, I don't think, because Butlins is Butlins at the end of the day. It's got a lot of fans, hasn't it? And I thought, I'm not going to Butlins for a while. I'm not going on holiday yet. So basically, all I can do is get you to come and spend a weekend with me. So the next vlog that's coming up is just a weekend vlog of me doing what I do. So hopefully you'll like that. And that's going to be going up in the next few days. And yeah, hopefully you'll like it. Wendy says, love Thumps on the rides on his own. Oh my God, wasn't it cute? As well, let me just mention as well, you probably notice when you send Thumps on the rides, when the ride went, Thumps' little head went back like that. And I think a couple of comments thought that he'd banged his head, but I'll put you at ease. He did not bang his head. So what had happened was the ride just suddenly started. And I think it took Thumps by surprise because he was just sat there normally, and I don't think he knew it was going to start. And when it did, it made him jump. So he kind of jumped and it sort of jolted him, but he didn't hit anything or anything like that. So he's absolutely fine. I think it just startled him. So yeah, a couple of people thought he hit his head, and I was like, no, he didn't hit his head. And obviously, you know what me and Tim are like. We would never put him on anything that would put him in danger at all. You know, he's our world. Like, our whole world is Thumps, and it's all about making him have the best time. So be reassured that he is absolutely fine. And he even went on a ride yesterday, and I think he's getting used to rides now. He had a ball. He went down Great Yarmouth Seafront and had like a little go on this little digger truck with his cousin that just sort of went round in a circle, and he really loved that as well. So he's been having an absolute ball. Rosie Lee says, your vlog made me giggle, candid and honest, and the comments about smelling of feet. I've never been to a holiday park. So the only way I could describe that smell was like, when I was younger, I don't know if any of you know Great Yarmouth, but when I was younger, there used to be this great big soft play area on the seafront, which was called Wally's Windmill. Now, I don't know if any of you are familiar with it, but I went there when I was a kid, and it was the best thing ever, Wally's Windmill, because it was a huge play area. It even had like the death slide in it, which went directly down a tunnel, and it was one of these slides where you'd sit at the top and psych yourself up for ages, and bear in mind you're only little. And there was a ball pit, and this ball pit just stank of sweat and wee and everything, and it was just vile. But that, for a kid, the play area was amazing. You went in there, and the first thing you were met with was this great big cargo net going right up. And that cargo net, you climbed it, and as soon as you got up there, there was like downslides, ball pits, bridges, and it was the most insane. And if my mum ever said to me, we're going to Wally's Windmill, I'd be like, oh my God. As a kid, it was just incredible. Anyway, they did away with it in the end, but I think that's the worst thing that ever happened to Great Yarmouth, because Wally's Windmill was amazing. Anyway, the point I'm trying to make is it must have been filthy as anything. It stank, but as a kid, I thought it smelled great. I was just like, I love Wally's Windmill, but as an adult, I'm like, like that smell. I can smell that smell now, and that is what it smelled like in Butlins. It smelled like Wally's Windmill, so it's got to be associated with kids, sweat, wee, and feet, and yeah, candy floss, all jabbered in. That's what it smelled like. That's the only way I can describe it. Nikki says, loved Wally's Windmill, was the best. Had a birthday there and loved it. Oh my God, Nikki, you don't know how lucky you were. Oh my God, I could never have a birthday party there. I didn't think my parents could afford it. Oh my God, you were blessed. You were blessed. Teresa, I think that because it's open all year round, it doesn't get the chance to be cleaned. Yeah, you're probably right. I mean, let's face it, from Butlins' point of view, that must be a hard mission. I mean, no carpet is easy to clean, let alone a ballroom of that size. So, you know, give holiday parks their due. Okay, you've got Pontins, which is damn right rough, or you've got Butlins, which has got rough elements, but there are also elements that are incredible. Like, I want to go back. Like, I'm not joking. All the way through that vlog, I probably did nothing but moan. But let me just do my sum up. Because I never actually took part in the sum up on Tim's, and the reason being for that is I was loading the car. So I had another job that day, a very important job. Big up to me. So my sum up of Butlins is this. Now, I've stayed in Butlins accommodation before, which was on par with what we stayed in. And I paid peanuts for it. I did get discount though, you know, connections and all that. So I thought to myself, for what it is fine. You know, like the bottom end of accommodation doesn't bother me in the slightest. It doesn't bother me that it's just a bed, it's basic, the telly's small, all those things doesn't bother me. What bothers me is cleaning. So people were saying to me in the comments, well, if you weren't happy with that accommodation, why didn't you upgrade? It don't matter whether you upgrade to this one, that one, or the other one. All accommodation should be clean, no matter what. Like, just because if you were a cleaner on a holiday park, you're not going to go, oh, well, that's the bronze accommodation, so therefore I'm not going to bother cleaning that, but I will clean the gold. No, they should all be clean to a thorough standard. They're only graded on facilities. They're not graded on, and bear in mind I work in customer service, so I know my stuff, right? They're not graded on the cleanliness side of it. It's facilities. They should all be cleaned to a good standard. Now, as long as it's cleaned, I am absolutely content with the room we had. But the carpet was, well, Thump's feet were black. Honestly, like the ace of spades, right? If you looked at the bottom of his feet, they were jet black, and I weren't expecting that. But when I walked in as well, I said to Tim, because I've got asthma, and we've got smidge, so we've got a cat, but I also know like that dog smell, you know, like dog hair. Someone's had like dogs in a room and that, and because I've worked in holiday parks, I know. And I walked in and I went, there's been a dog in here. I can smell it straight away. And with being asthmatic, I can't be in a pet unit. Not really, because I don't know what type of dog's been in there. I don't know if there's been, you know, too much hair or what. So, and not only that, it's not what you pay for. Like, if you want to stay in a pet unit, you pay for a pet unit. But if you haven't paid to go on holiday to be in a pet unit, then no way, shape or form, whether you've got pets at home or not, should you be in a pet unit. And I was like, I could definitely smell there's been dogs in here. Anyway, there's nothing they could do. They couldn't move us. They just said that what they could do was put like an air thing in to like ventilate the air or something, which I thought, well, at least you're offering something. So good on them for that. But anyway, we persevered, but the floor was like really dirty. And the kettle obviously was filthy. And no, you really do want a cup of tea, don't you, when you've been traveling? It's one of the things you really, really want. So I think as long as everything's cleaned, I'm happy to stay in your bog standard accommodation, because it is true you get what you pay for, but clean it. That's my motto. The entertainment at Butlins is like incredible, really incredible. I do have a bit of history with Butlins though. I auditioned for Butlins many moons ago, and I probably have been through this on a live before, but I will go into this another time, maybe on a wine night when I've had a beverage. But I auditioned for them basically, and they loved my singing, thought it was incredible, but they didn't want to see my dancing. I was meant to get through 2 bits of it, even though I can dance. They said to me, have you got any dance grades? I said no. But I did get like an overall distinction in dance in my performing arts course. And but have you got any grades? I said, well, no, because I didn't go to dance school. And they said, well, go home then. And I was like, okay. And that was it. So they loved my singing, but because I didn't have a piece of paper saying that I'm a great dancer, they ripped me off. So I thought, that was very rude. I mean, that was going through like, you know, when Pop Idol and that was a thing. So they obviously thought they were in trend by being rude, but this day and age, I don't think they'd really get away with it, to be honest. But yeah, they're very rude, especially when I travelled all that way. They didn't need to be like that, but they were. So I've got like a bit of beef with that side of things with Butlins, but that is a separate agenda. The entertainment there is really good to watch, and they offer quite a lot. And there aren't many holiday parks that offer rides for free. So they have got some good things. So it is what it is. So you just go to Butlins and you be open-minded. But my one thing is food. If you're going to pay good money for food. The food has got to be good. I mean, that is it at the end of the day. That's just standard across the board. And with your accommodation, it is what it is, but it's got to be clean. So they were my biggest bugbears, really, the cleanliness and like the quality of the food that you bought when you were out. But you know, you learn from it. I told you I'm going to pick up some pot noodles next time I go to Butlins. No problem. Might even bring my Hoover and my shampoo and thing for the carpet. Who knows? Well, anyway, we've been live for like over an hour, well over an hour, and I feel really bad because you guys have got things to get on with, and I need to go to Norwich, and I've got to go and get some essentials. I've got some nappies to pick up, you know, some baby wipes and things like that. So yeah, wow, I will go through all your comments once I get back and have a little look through them, because sometimes I might have missed some, but I do like to go through them and read them all so I can capture them all. Guys, just to let you know as well, I am selling merch now as well. So I've got my Gabby Starbuck coffee mugs as well that you can buy under the store section. So underneath my sort of page, the main page, if you go to the store side, you can see my merch. So I've got a couple of different styles. I've got the limited edition coffee morning ones, and I've got my normal coffee cups as well. And I've even got bags on there as well. I might even try and load some more merch on there when I get a chance. But check it out, have a little look, just to let you know it is there and it is live. Also, you can become a Louder, which is a channel member, and support it for the price of a cup of coffee. So there are two different tiers. You have got the, it's all optional. So you've got the normal tier, which is the Louder tier, which allows you to have customized emojis, priority responses to your comments, and it gives you the little badge next to your name, which changes color for every month you're a member. And you can become a super Louder, which gives you all of that, but it also gives you behind the scenes behind the scenes footage that I keep uploading as well. So you get a little sneak preview of things that are going on in the day in the life of me, just so you know. But obviously these are all optional, because I did have somebody send me a message the other day going, why are you nagging people to be members? I'm like, I'm not, it's an optional thing. So shut up. So nobody has to do it, and I appreciate everybody that subscribes and takes part, because you're all really, really valued. Whatever it is that you do today, have an amazing day. Be kind to people, be kind, and do something positive, and do something to make yourself smile today. Hit the thumbs up, and share this with anyone that might want to feel a little bit of love. And have an amazing week, and I'll be uploading my next vlog soon, and I will catch you Monday for the next coffee morning. So see you all soon. Take care. Have a great day. Now I need to get out of here again. I can never end this stream. See you later, everyone.